Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos's lantern, and smash it.
Okay, when I chose Lucanus as the other one, I kind of forgot that there was sneaking involved. That makes choosing the crow extra appropriate.
That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's mingling there, we'll be spotted. Fortunately, we have someone who could pass as a servant.
You don't think he'll stand out?
There'll be other undead servants. I'd be surprised if Johanna recognized him. You know, she never truly appreciated Manfred's cleverness. Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
Something's going to occur.
Once
Something always occurs.
we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
That should be enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside to observe him, quietly.
Right.
There we go. Some of these boxes, I swear, they just like invisibly dodge whatever I... Oh. This is Blackthorn Manor. Okay. I was gonna say, this looks like our other side. Because it is.
Let's find another way in.
Johanna's last guests must already be in attendance.
There's a lot of people here. Hezenkos must be planning to drain their souls with her lantern.
And after that?
Raise more undead, I'd wager. But no ordinary revival would require such a massive store of magic.
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hezenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hezenkos has that lantern on her.
And destroy her pottery along the way.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
Now, you were saying about a shrine in the manor.
Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets me into the library.
Wait, where is Manfred? I don't see
An
Manfred.
ancestral shrine. I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, if a book can lead us to the shrine, let's hit the library.
I'm just waiting for our host's grand announcement.
My invitation was so unexpected. I thought Hesenkost despised me after I beat her to an unsealed crypt some years back.
She probably does despise you. Probably why you're here.
The library's to the east, right? Where we closed Hesenkost's portal into the Fade.
Why did she return to this mansion?
Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's prepared whatever she plans to empower with this lantern.
Oh shoot, I'm an idiot. I just realized most of why I don't think I've brought Lucanus and Emmrich together out very often, because they both do necrotic damage. Fortunately, this guy seems to be vulnerable to it anyway.
We're not alone here. Johanna's creatures, we must deal with them quickly. I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare her guests. Let's see if we can find that book pointing to the ancestral shrine.
Thinking a stable tether here was worth the effort. No prying visitors so far. Oh, I think we read this before when we were here.
Nothing about a shrine here.
And what's a romance doing under geography?
Now, why does it not surprise me that Emmrich would be the kind to be annoyed about lack of organization in a library?
This isn't it?
Ah, a handsomely bound volume, but no.
Well, I really hope that bumping down my encoder setting in OBS helped with you guys' lag, because it certainly didn't help with mine at all. I knew it wouldn't have, but, you know.
I can't even read this one.
It's written in tomb script. Intriguing, but not what we're after.
What about this? That book just snarled at me.
Ah, there's our spectral tome. Well done.
It's not opening.
One must be delicate. That guest of Johanna's claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book, see what he says.
We have them! Take this shot!
Oh, is it just one guy? I was sworn there was another one. But my ultimate was already full.
Were you waiting for us? Manfred, take this tome to the man asking about the shrine, please.
Don't worry. We'll watch from the balcony.
I tried to pick up the bag and I stabbed the painting instead. Oh well.
What's this? The Spectral Guide to Blackthorn Manor? There now. I only want to look up one thing. Ah, there is an ancestral shrine in the northwest wing.
I just gotta say, we must have supersonic hearing to be able to hear, unless he's shouting about secret ancestral shrines and which wing they're in. To be able to hear from the balcony, we must all have super hearing.
Perfect. Let's go to the shrine.
Yes, the deceased there should be most helpful in finding Johanna's lantern. This way to the shrine.
I've never been to a party with so many mages without being hired to kill one of them.
Were your targets always mages?
Not all the time. But how do we kill Hezenkos? Does she even breathe?
It's unlikely. The stilling of the lungs is one of the first blessings of undeath.
Don't worry. We'll find a way.
Ah, the shrine's locked.
We must find a... Manfred?
Is this a key to the shrine?
Excellent, Manfred.
Did he just walk through the wall? Did bony little Manfred just break a fucking stone wall without us noticing? That hole looks remarkably Manfred-sized. Okay.
Oh my! A body from the House of the Verheims, prepared during the Storm Age.
Well, anyone can see that.
We'll have to inter it safely in the necropolis.
How did I know that the sarcasm was going to be totally lost on Emmrich?
Afterwards.
Time to find Hezenkos. He's all yours, Emmrich.
By flame and seal, by light and flood, open your eyes once more.
Who dares disturb?
Friends to the dead.
Friends, this one was abandoned. Lost. Emmrich, it's getting noisy.
He's unusually obstinate. Speak! Where is Hezenkos?
Prove yourselves. What claim have you to the deceased? I will.
Okay. Manfred talks now. As of right this second.
Dead companion. This one concedes.
Interesting.
Hezenkos makes a thing that should not be. Red tapestry. Look there.
There's one on the wall in the hallway, just above Rook's head there. Hello, kitty cat. Are you looking for chaos to cause? Hmm? Or you just want somebody to pay attention to you? Hmm? It's very cute that you get all content and quiet the second I pick you up. The problem is I need both hands to work a gamepad. Hmm? Have you though? Can I offer you a lap instead? Can we compromise with a lap? How about that? Hmm? Will you stay there and let me play? Ma'am? Thank you.
Rook, did you hear that? Manfred just...
I know. Also, we should move.
He hit me in the face.
Oh, he can talk. Manfred, say something else.
I was about to say he hit me in the face with his tail when he did, and then he did it again.
Come now, you just spoke.
We have to go.
Yes, yes.
I guess I have been in all these rooms already. So many of the rooms in this building are the same. See. Just gotta beat up all their storage. Because the Shadow Dragons and the Morn Watch still need their shops upgraded, and we're gonna need all the money we can get for that. Entire party deals plus 25% damage versus demons and undead. That's pretty good. Less stagger than his current one, but slightly more damage. Given that especially right now, it's probably going to be all undead enemies. Go ahead and equip that. broke the thing and almost fell down. Nice. Tragedy writ in stone. I can't believe we found the remains of famed architect Sir Godry. His ancestors were the original builders of Blackthorn Manor. Godry was said to be close to finishing his life's work, repairing the estate to its original grandeur, when the Blackthorns sent word of his, quote, crushingly tragic accident. One wonders, the youngest of the Blackthorns was said to be a jealous man. Or perhaps Godry discovered something unseemly in the vaults. Once we've ferried his remains back to the necropolis, I must have a chat with the man. From Emmrich's diary. Following the Red Tapestry Road. And which ultimate do I have equipped? Switch it back to the necrotic one, since so far you guys have all been I wonder what makes it an Anders vessel. The first time I picked it up, I thought it might have been like a unique item or something, but since then, I've gotten a number of them just from breaking pots and barrels and things, so.
More undead.
Johanna's work. We're on the right track.
All right. Where's that red tapestry?
There are so many things to break in here.
I'll need a wisp.
No pot shall be left unbroken. Also, I'm getting more and more convinced that Manfred is just walking straight through these walls and leaving Manfred-sized holes in his wake, because this one's a little taller, but it's still close to Manfred-sized.
This wall looks... Ah! Secret door.
Manfred, could you please squeeze through and open the door from the other side? Yes! Aha! I knew I didn't imagine him speaking.
How can Manfred talk now?
He began as a wisp that embodied what most wisps do: curiosity. I knew he was learning quickly outside the necropolis, but this level of complexity is remarkable.
Does a skeleton need to learn anything? He's not even alive.
Ah, but Lucanus, what is life considered holistically?
Why did I ask that?
I don't know, Lucanus. You would think you'd know better by now.
Good work, Manfred.
Hope this leads to where Hezenkos is keeping that lantern.
I can only imagine what she's planning to use it for.
Gilded invitation. Dearest guest, famed necromancer Johanna Hezenkos invites you to a gathering of like-minded colleagues in Blackthorn Manor to witness a demonstration of her newest breakthrough in the romantic arts. Necromantic arts, sorry. Romantic arts. No, definitely not that. While your host must keep details a secret, she assures you this evening is not to be missed. Dinner will be served after a short lecture. a unique item chest. That's exciting. Essence Vortex, unique ring. Abilities now cost plus 50 momentum to activate. Wait, plus 50? I don't even know how they're measuring momentum, because when you pick up a skill, it shows you whether it uses like one momentum point, as in you filled up to one of the dots. But I haven't seen anywhere that indicates that one of the dots is worth like a certain amount, so I have no idea what that means. Plus 30% ability damage. Using an ability now heals you for 1 health per momentum spent. Interesting. Senechaw's notebook. Recent acquisitions. Grey Warden helmet, promising provenance. Third Blight. Tapestry from Tanterville, depicting Our Lady Andraste. Relation theater masks, never worn. Perhaps these will bring his lordship out of his mood. He's been low ever since we uncovered those tombs in the cliffs, and what lay inside them. Before I pull this lever, I don't think anything happened when I pulled this one, but I want to look at some of the others. Actually, no, this one is not quite the same as the one in there. I'm betting this is some kind of puzzle. I just don't know if I've gotten to the point where completing it is possible without doing it by accident. Now that's interesting. Other one turn off? Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, it's those two and the one in the cage part. I get it. After that one part in Arlothan, last time or the time before, you would think I'd know to just look up at the wall, because that's where the code usually is. Looked dumb last time, did not manage to not look dumb this time. Uh-huh.
Ah, another shrine.
Fresh flowers. Someone has been here.
Crumbling note. For the fairest of flowers, may she keep her bloom in death. Whoa. I don't know why I find it creepy that this skeleton is laid out all nice and dignified like, and then on either side there are braziers that instead of coal or wood have bones and skulls in them which are on fire, or necromantic fire anyway. Like, somehow that feels like a threat. I don't even know why. This looks like a puzzle. Maybe. Maybe not. Hey. I was just trying to break the box.
This must lead to Johanna's workshop.
What's that through the wall?
That's creepy. Yikes much? Why do I have a sinking suspicion that thing's gonna come alive and try to eat me?
Oh my word!
Mierda.
I thought you and your little friends might worm your way to my party, Karen.
Johanna, even half-lich, you can't control something this massive.
Ha! Such little faith!
That glow on the skeleton up there? That's Hezenkos's lantern.
She's going to use the life stored in it to reanimate that monstrosity. Quickly, we must reach the lantern.
Hint, hint. Stop smashing faces, I guess. Or failing to smash vases, maybe? I gotta make sure I didn't miss anything around this side. Ink splattered note. Last invitations to send. Dravelton, the dullard. Wiltenbach. Did she think I'd never read that critique? Lavenhotst. He dared plagiarize some of my work. That one condescending professor of antiquities. What is his name? Volkarin? Too much of a risk. I'll crush him later, at my leisure. And that preposterous skeleton he drags everywhere nowadays.
This is a revenge list.
Johanna was never one to refuse a long and complex grudge.
People from the party, you,
Surprising?
and Manfred.
How dare she?
Oh, that's a book, not a box. Can't stab books. Books don't give anything if you stab them. They just kind of sit there. Okay, I'm done farming for basic cell junk now. That's fair. Oh wait, one more pot. There we go. Now I'm done, I swear. Plus 4 momentum on kill. Plus 15% momentum generation. Plus 50 maximum momentum. Again, still don't know how much that actually is. Damage increases with your current momentum. If it weren't for the enchant on this ring I'm currently wearing, which gives plus 25% momentum, I would swap those. But I'd be swapping one with a 25% momentum, or plus 25% momentum generation enchant for a plus 15% built in, so. At the moment that doesn't make a lot of sense, but if I take it back to the lighthouse and can move enchantments around and stuff, it will make sense. if I'm remembering correctly, I think sadistic is the one where it gets healed every time one of its buddies dies.
A triumph!
There you go.
Good job, guys. I mean, I was gonna stab the things, but I actually pulled out my weapon. Oh, yep, there he is. I was about to say, I pulled out my weapon before I went to stab the thing. I thought there was another enemy, and I was correct, there was. Oh, there were stairs right there. I knew that. What's it? Nine? Oh. Jump down. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any corners because I got distracted by fighting guys. That looks like a spot I could jump up to.
Nice one, Emmrich.
Oops. That was a last minute emergency jump. I made him fall in the void. And then I almost did the exact same thing.
That one, quickly!
Oh. Apparently I didn't quite get him in the void.
That was a lot of undead.
You may as well weep for the fuel in a bonfire.
I'm seeing why Hesenkos failed that lich morality test.
We must make haste to that lantern.
Figure out where I am.
Unbelievable! Johanna's stolen a chamber from the Grand Necropolis and transposed it under Blackthorn Manor.
Mages. You want contracts on your life? This is how you get a contract on your life.
The Necropolis's wards here are still intact. No wonder we couldn't sense what she's been creating.
I think I can't sense your undead lackey sneaking about.
Oh, I wish Manfred had stayed above.
He'll be fine. We'll handle this.
Whoa.
That one's ready. Manfred, there you are.
And can you release that ladder?
Thank you, Manfred. Now find somewhere safe.
I had to check. You never know. There might have been shinies out there. Thing is really quite horrifying. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just make this thing? Obviously, it's not going to be that easy, but
There's the lantern. You gonna free the spirits inside?
We must, before we can destroy it.
Like back when you were freeing those spirits Hezenkos trapped in the manor? That took a lot out of you.
I must try, Rook.
Emmrich?
There are too many trapped spirits. I'm sorry. I can't. Another lash of power might end me.
Coward! What's that, Volkaren? Afraid to chance death for your precious spirits? For all your fine words on the subject, only I had the courage to risk my life for our art.
oh, so many good options here. I could court Emmrich. I could be a sarcastic smartass. Or I could be a sarcastic smartass. Isn't she only a half-lich anyway? Oh, but it's because she failed the test, not because she didn't die, I suppose.
I've seen Emmrich face worse than you.
I'm not the one so paralyzed by fear I couldn't seize immortality.
Johanna! Listen to me! You're right. I've never overcome fear of that final dark. I miss having a friend that could.
Yes. Always the idealist.
I'm sorry lichdom failed you. I swear I would have helped you had you come to me. But puppeting this creature...
Puppet?
Puppet? Do you think I'm staying a failed lich? I won't command my greatest creation! I will become it!
Uh-oh. Well, the party goes like, I thought this was a dinner party. Why is everything shaking?
How How good to see you, friends. Scoffing colleagues, interfering Templars, inept rivals. You all have a place in my heart. And tonight you will fuel my ascension at the cost of your miserable lives.
Move!
Yeah, Manfred, no shit.
You think you...
Oh, good grief. Guess that's one way to do ceiling lighting.
Can stop me? Once I get rid of you, I will merge with my greatest work and conquer this city!
Oh, good. I was very much afraid she was gonna be the one person in all this that was, like, resistant to necrotic.
Emmrich, can she do that?
Yes! She's attempting full possession with the life of the people here.
We need to stop Hezenkos long enough to destroy that lantern.
That much life inside it. The backlash could...
We don't have a choice.
Why can I not turn my camera?
Once I destroy... you wretches, my union with my creations will be complete! Aren't you persistent? Fine! I'll go down there myself!
About time.
Silence!
Excellent coordination.
I'll crush you myself if I must. It's touching that you brought your new friends to die with you, Veilguard.
So much can't see anything.
I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb!
I've made that one ready.
That's weird. The game froze, but I can still move the camera. We get a close-up of me stabbing a wall. I don't really know what to do about this. Or it looks like lava. Nothing is moving. None of my buttons work. But I can still rotate the camera at will. Without lag even, which is interesting. Well, it's about time to feed the kitty cat anyway. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it and see if it catches up. Nobi? If my battle picks back up without me, would you hit the pause button so I can go feed the kitty cat without dying? Start. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I fed the kitty and it's still not back, so I think I might have to just force stop the game and reboot it. Probably have to start the battle over, which kind of sucks, but I mean, none of the buttons work except for the photo mode thing, so I feel like it has to be a bug rather than a computer thing, because otherwise, because the camera isn't even lagging.
You think you can stop me? Once I get rid of you, I will... merge with... my greatest work and conquer this city!
Emmrich, can she do that?
Yes! She's attempting full possession with the life of the people here!
In a while since and gives a random sub, so here's all the emotes. There's some pretty cute ones in there, I like it. That cat looks like he's listening to a good bop.
We need to stop Hezenkos long enough to destroy that lantern.
With that much life inside it? The backlash could...
We don't have a choice.
Lying old lady.
Aren't you persistent? Fine! I'll go down there myself!
About time.
Silence! Crush you myself if I must. It's touching that you brought your new friends to die with you, Veilguard. I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb!
I made that one ready!
Damn it. I'm not doing anything fast enough. Can't stop. Every time I almost get my momentum back so I can actually use an ability on her, it goes away again.
isn't working. We can't break the land.
You think I'd leave myself vulnerable to you? Enough playing! Your pointless lives will fuel my triumph!
We have to move!
She's draining.
Where? I don't think I've even been to that channel. I'm confused unless Dallas started out to them or something. Very well could be. I've ended up in all sorts of random channels because Dallas is so good at reading out to people.
Hide from us. We must find shelter.
Right.
Oh, I guess we don't have to actually do it. They'll do it for us.
You can't free the spirits in that lantern?
It might kill me and not even work. No living thing can approach it and... Manfred! Come back!
Shit.
Any last words, Valkarin, before I... Ugh, you miserable little...
Manfred!
Manfred knew you could do this. So do I.
By the spirits bound here, night and shadow, light and blood.
What are you doing?
Let your chains loosen. Let the Fade draw close.
You'll never succeed, you old fool!
I release you to the air.
No! You small-minded!
She couldn't call him a coward anymore, so it was small-minded instead. Did her own hand just run away from her? I think it might have.
Emmrich, how's Manfred holding together? Oh.
We must go to the necropolis. His body could only take so much. But I underestimated him, Rook. What bravery in the heart of the dead. And how he grew. Manfred disobeyed me beautifully. He was his own soul at the end.
Can you bring him back?
I will ask.
Emmrich Volkaren. You were not expected so soon.
Ooh. As much as I really want to be irreverent and sassy, I feel like Emmrich needs the support at the moment.
If I can do anything to help.
Thank you. But this must come from me. My lord, I come regarding Manfred, my fallen companion.
Yes, there are ways to return his spirit. But should you do this, Lichdom falls from your grasp.
Oh.
What? Why?
Lichdom is long. If I'm to stand outside death, I must make peace with others passing through it.
What would we otherwise become? How many exceptions till tyranny? Revive him and remain mortal. Or let him slumber and join us.
Emmrich.
Manfred chose to help us. Am I too weak to accept his well-earned rest? I yearn for Lichdom Rook, that leap into something greater, that everlasting light. Do I revive him and live out my days? Or do I honor death by letting him rest and protect this world through immortality?
Interesting. I get the point of this decision more than I did the Griffin decision. The Griffin decision, it was kind of, it felt a little bit forced. Like, I couldn't really see why we wouldn't be able to, like, do either a combination of both or give the Griffins the choice, or both. Like, you know, raise them in Arlathan at first until they're like old enough to decide or whatever. This one makes more sense because, I mean, if Emmrich's going to be immortal, then yeah, everybody he knows is going to die eventually. So it sort of makes sense that this would be a bit of a test in a way of like which one matters more to him. Of course, because I can't just, I have to overthink the decisions. I mean, honestly, it's probably what you guys are here for at this point. If you're not, then I don't know why you're still around, because it happens all the time. So on the one hand, reviving him feels a little bit like it sort of undermines his independent choice in a way. I don't know if undermines is the right word, but like, he was clearly thinking for himself because he directly disobeyed Emmrich. And he made that choice for himself, so it feels a little questionable to be like, no, screw you, you're coming back regardless. But also, I think part of the reason it feels that way is because given how much Manfred clearly cared about Emmrich and his own funny little guy sort of way. Like, if I were in Manfred's shoes, I'd be kind of pissed off if somebody gave up a dream they were passionate about to bring me back from the dead after I chose to sacrifice myself to help them out, if that makes sense. I'd be like, I sacrificed myself to help you out, so what the fuck are you doing? But also, Manfred's adorable. And I think if there was anybody who was ever made for Lichdom, it's Emmrich. Especially given that conversation, I don't remember who it was he was talking to about it. It might have been Lucanus. It was one of those lighthouse conversations I was eavesdropping on, but he was basically describing all the appeals of living forever and, you know, the limitless possibilities of, like, exploring stuff and learning new things and whatever. And I think it was Lucanus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Lucanus. Was like, yeah, but then you have to, like, watch everybody you know grow old and die. And Emmrich's comeback was, but then you get to make new friends. And I feel like if that's his outlook on life, then Lichdom is probably more right for him than most people. Definitely more than me. He might come back as Fredman, who's probably less affordable. Adorable. Who is this expensive Fredman you speak of? I feel like this is a reference I'm not getting. The thing is, like, I feel like Emmrich feels like Lichdom is kind of his purpose. And I think giving it up permanently, I don't think he'd be entirely happy for, like, the rest of his life, because for starters, he'd be feeling like he's just marching toward his own death, like, inevitably, and he's very much afraid of that. And also I feel like that if there's anybody who can move past the death of a close companion with more ease than most people, it would be the necromancer, right? I mean, maybe it's a little different for Manfred since he was a wisp and not a humanoid, but I think I've more or less decided would it make sense if I say I've more or less decided I'm just still talking myself out of the other option? It's like, I've more or less decided that letting him become a lich seems like the right thing. I just haven't fully let go of bringing back Manfred yet. Because I really like Manfred. It makes me sad. I don't like this decision because it makes me sad. Makes me very sad. But also I feel like it is the right one.
Emmrich, Lichdom is your life's work. Your dream.
I imagined I knew its price. If I haven't even the strength to accept Manfred's sacrifice, I would outlive you all, Rook.
Would you still remember us?
Always. Kept alive in Lichtam's immortal memory. Death's swift touch, held back for all time.
If you really want to go beyond death, I think you have what you need to let all of us rest.
And peace shall follow. You're right. After I make my farewells, I will undergo the last rites of Lichtam. And Rook, thank you.
The only thing that makes me feel better is that I think Manfred would support this decision.
Emmrich probably has to prepare before becoming a lich. I should see how he's doing.
Tash, Harding keeps asking me what your favorite foods are.
Why is she asking you?
I think she wants to surprise you with something.
But you told me. It's not a surprise now.
I'm pretty sure whatever Harding makes will be surprising no matter what.
From previous banter about Harding's cooking skills, I'm under the impression that's not necessarily a good thing.
Why is it so cold in here?
Greetings.
Rook, you remember Veilguard? We were discussing some preparations for my Lichtam.
I shall be with you until the end.
They sound supportive?
Veilguard is doing me a great favor.
Good. Not going to ask what, but good.
I've so much to do. Crafting a glamour, for example. After Lichtam, I'll need an illusion of my mortal appearance for polite company.
Good call.
I've told Harding about the ritual. I'll inform the others afterwards. Rook? Whoop.
Huh. Curious. I know he and Harding went camping, sort of, together that one time, but I wonder why she was the only one he told beforehand.
Would you accompany me during the final rites as witness to my Lichtam?
Of course.
Thank you. when you have time,
Orgal's spontaneously gone.
I'll send word to the necropolis.